All right.
I'm trying to get a good connection here.
Is it working?
Okay. I don't know if we're on.
I think I see Rebecca has commented.
Oh, perfect.
I just can't see it on my phone yet. Hi, Rebecca.
Happy Sunday. How are you?
Sorry, I'm just trying to bring it up on my phone so I can see what you're saying.
Yes, likewise.
Yeah, it's still giving me a hard time.
Okay, Rebecca says hi, everyone. But hi, Rebecca. There we go. There's the notification. How are you today? We had the usual kind of day. We went out, did our thing, and didn't get much done.
All right, there. Now I'm on too. All right, can you hear us okay, Rebecca? We're a little farther from the phone today so that we can kind of sit back, you know, not be crowding in front of the fire. So.
Yeah, because as chilly as it is out there, it's getting quite warm right here. This half of me is like,
Cooking.
yeah.
Yeah, and we're bundled up because it's actually fairly cold here now.
Yes.
It's just below freezing outside. So in the shop here, it's with the wood stove on, I believe it's 55 degrees Fahrenheit. It's just around 13 degrees Celsius right now. So, and we're a little under the weather. So I apologize if we're sounding a little sniffly.
Yeah, our whole family is just a touch under the weather.
Yeah.
Nothing serious, just a cold.
Yeah, I have my today's. I'm actually off today, which is kind of nice. It's my, I think, first day off in 3 weeks. So unfortunately, the weather doesn't let me do anything today. And I'll show you what I'm saying. I'll show you what I mean by that in a little bit.
The weather's telling you to rest.
Yeah, sort of. So yesterday I got a couple hours sleep when I got home from work, and then I chopped some wood. And I actually am going to move a little bit away from the stove. It's actually getting kind of toasty.
It is. It really is.
Which is nice. But
oh, it's such a nice thing to have. I liked it last week, but I really appreciate it this week.
Yeah, it's if it was more insulated in here, it'd be even better. But we're working with what we have, so.
Yeah, and in a way, I think it's good that it's not completely insulated, because then you can work at the other end of the garage and still get some of the heat.
Yeah, although I would like to have more heat at the other end.
Second wood stove.
Pumpkin, welcome in.
Hi, thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you. Stick around, guys. I'm going to show you the weather here today. It's turned on us a little bit. It's not nearly as nice as we've had some pretty seasonable weather, but it's kind of turning on us now. So it's below freezing here. Yesterday I scrambled and I got all the water heaters out for all the different animals around the 1 acre here. Hi Joy, welcome in. Yeah, it's actually chilly in here. It's only 13 degrees Celsius, and I think that's 55 degrees Fahrenheit, even with the wood stove going. But
yeah,
definitely getting warm by the stove.
Yeah.
But we thought we'd do it again out here.
That's nice.
Kind of enjoy it a bit instead of sitting in the house.
Looks rustic.
Yeah.
So yesterday we also, thankfully, I'm so thankful, got the second trampoline down and put away.
Yeah, that was
when he shows you what today looks like, you'll understand why I'm so thankful.
Yeah.
As it was, my fingertips were freezing trying to untie everything.
It's good to have it done and out of the way. The only thing I have left to do outside is board up some of the pens because they're pretty exposed in the wintertime. So my plan is I was hoping to get something a little more that I can take off and on every year. I have to use plywood because I'm running out of time and I don't want the animals exposed to the winter weather. So I think I'm going to have to just go with some thin plywood for this year, and maybe I'll just keep using that. I don't like the idea of unscrewing and screwing and unscrewing. I don't like putting the holes over and over again in the lumber. So if I can find a way to keep the holes in the same spots, or maybe what I'd like to do is have threads sticking out of the building that would just go through holes, and you would just use like you're in the same spot. However, that probably won't.
Yeah, it's something to get creative, kind of just, make sure they're sheltered and
Yeah,
winter is upon us.
keep them as cozy as we can. Now,
We do seem to be, where's that mine?
out here, this is the last time we were out here. We had pretty good luck with the internet.
It was even better than in the house sometimes.
Yeah. How bad is it buffering for you guys?
Now, right now, it is working for me, but it looks a little fuzzy.
Yeah. Let's see if we can get a response on that one. Hopefully it's not too bad, guys. So my tractor part, you guys probably know, if you watched our last video, I tore my tractor apart. Well, I tore the steering out of it because the steering box had gone. Now the part did show up today. Unfortunately, it was missing the pitman arm. So I'm hoping that it won't take too long to get that. So far, I reached out to the company that I got the part from, and they're down in Illinois somewhere, and they responded right away. Not too bad, good, Joy. They responded right away and said they would send that part out. I'm not sure what happened because it was supposed to come with the pitman arm on it. But anyway, long story short, so far the customer service seems pretty good. So I'm going to wait until I get that part and make sure that everything actually fits in properly. And I'm going to tell you guys where I got the part from, because I know it is hard to find aftermarket parts, at least in these parts. Maybe it's not hard for everybody, but for me, it was hard to find an aftermarket part. This thing's 30 years old. That's an old B7200, right? So it took a bit to find something. And fortunately, I did find a company now, like Illinois in the U.S. But they've so far they've impressed me with their customer service. That did come. Looks pretty good. Looks good and solid, but the proof will be with some use. But the fact that they've responded so quickly to my concern about missing the pitman arm, because it was supposed to have the steering, and if they make it sound as though at least their response to me was that they would get it right away. So I'm hoping I'll still get this thing put back together while I can still remember how I took it apart. So otherwise,
You can show them what it's like out there.
well, do you guys want me to show you why I'm bundled up? I don't want to do it too soon. I'd rather wait until we got a few more people on. Hey, Scotty, welcome in. But you know what? Do you think I should show them?
I think so.
Okay. Guys, I'm going to grab the camera. I'm going to put my phone down here, so hopefully I don't mess things up. But I'm going to show you.
And I'm going to stay by the warm, cozy fire.
Sydney's going to stay by the fire. I'm going to show you the weather here today. Hopefully I don't trip on my cord here. So, what we're getting, that time of year again. We are supposed to get a snow squall, let me see, tonight through till Tuesday. So we're expecting another, potentially another 6 to 12 inches of snow. Should add some crappy weather. Won't be much fun for driving, but you know, it's that time of year. It's coming for us. Let's see if I can get you back in the same spot. But yeah, that's why I got the toque on my bald head.
And that's why we really appreciate this wood stove today.
Yeah, it's definitely chillier.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that nasty 4-letter word. Exactly, Scotty. But hopefully it won't stay. I mean, they're calling, like I said, for 15 to 30 centimeters, which I think is 6 to 12 inches. However, when you look later in the week, we're back up to 7 degrees Celsius. So most of it should melt, and we'll be back to being able to get some stuff done. I'm hoping next weekend I can get the aviaries and the new building and the new condos all boarded up. I prefer to go with plastic, but I did put lights in all these different areas. So at least if I do have to plywood up to keep the blizzards and stuff out, because the snow is one thing, but when you get the blizzards, I'm sure you guys know, at least I'm sure most of you know, that stuff will get into every little nook and cranny, all the different pens the best I can. So I see we're buffering again. I'm hoping it's just my phone and not doing it for everybody.
Mine's not.
Oh, good. Maybe it's just me. So next weekend I'm going to go and get, I think I need about 20 or so sheets of plywood. And I'm just going to go with the real small, I think like 1/4 inch OSB, just something, it won't be on the ground. It should be fine, I think, for what, just to block the wind and snow. Woody Cat, no blizzards there in Florida. Yeah.
Relative, yes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Unfortunately, it's come a little early for us this year. There's a lot of years that we won't really get snow until Christmas. Sometimes it's green Christmas, sometimes it's a white Christmas, but and this may not stay.
And we find it cold because we've had it nice. But
Yeah.
like you said, it's all relative, and we've had it much, much colder where it's too cold for snow. So
Yeah, well, that's the other side, right?
Yeah.
Once it gets to the point where it's so cold out, the snow won't snow anymore because it can't pick it up. It gets too cold. So anyway.
So our goals to accomplish outdoors are getting checked off, and
Slowly, like I said.
just in time.
Yeah, and it's been a little tough. Like I said, today it's the first day in 3 weeks that I've actually had a day off from work, and they actually wanted me to work, and I kind of pushed back on that a bit because I am falling so far behind.
And it turned out good because you
And
got under the weather too.
now that I got the time for the day, I've come down with whatever cold the kids have, and so much for that. It's not too bad in here, Putty Cat. It's crept up now to 13 degrees Celsius in here, or 55. I think that's around 55 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, I'm sure Robbie would be wearing shorts at 55 degrees Fahrenheit, but it's still pretty cool. So
It feels very warm on half of us. It's actually really nice.
yeah, 21 days is going to be a lot. The most I think I did, and that was a few years ago now, but with the same company, it was 3 months at one time. But I'm getting too old for that stuff.
Hi, Donald and Lisa.
Donald and Lisa, welcome in. Glad to see you guys. Yeah. Don't think there's a whole lot else new.
No, not really.
We did pick up some rubber pans today. That was exciting on our trip.
Yeah, we weren't even planning it, but
No, we were at a store called PV Mart, or not PV Mart, Princess Auto.
PV Marts are closed.
Which I don't believe you guys have in the States, but my comparison store, if I was to go across the border to go shopping, would probably be like a Harbor Freight. If you guys are familiar with them, they seem to be a similar type of store.
Yeah, it's like a mishmash of all kinds of automotive and farm and.
Yeah. So the reason we got those, though, we grabbed a couple of them, and the reason is they're a heck of a lot easier to bust ice out of in the wintertime.
Yes.
So we use them for water.
Yeah.
We'll put the heated trays, like the heated round bases under them, but it'll get, and for most of the winter, I would say it won't be a problem, but there will be the odd week or two where it's going to get cold enough, at least it always does, where even that won't be enough and you'll still have to break the ice out of it.
And trying to break the ice out of the plastic dishes is brutal, but the rubber is so much easier.
Yeah, Tractor Supply. We used to have the same thing here. They were called at one time though. Here they called them TSC Store, which was Tractor Supply Company. And then they turned into they were bought out by PV Mart, but they have all closed up now. I don't know if it was not enough demand or poor management. I'm not too sure, but they had filed bankruptcy.
Yeah, it's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it is because they're trying to reopen now back in the western provinces. So hopefully they can succeed because there really isn't any true farm store left in these parts.
Yeah, just local feed mills or
Yeah.
pet supply stores, but not
Not an actual farm, not a farm store.
Yeah.
So hopefully they do well. Hopefully they come back. And what else we got going on?
I don't know. The week goes by. It's such a blur.
It is.
We did have this cold coming on for like the whole week, so that really
Apple Man, welcome in. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for saying hello. Anybody else, if you haven't said hello yet, please tell us where you're from and say hi. We really do appreciate anybody that stops in and gives us that thumbs up if you don't mind. We're just sitting here. This is just the back corner of my shop. Just close to the reason we're sitting here is this is where the stove is because it's cold here.
Yeah, snowy Southwestern Ontario for anyone who doesn't know where we are.
Yeah, if you're not sure, we're based in Southwestern Ontario. We're in Canada.
Yes. Hello, Reacher.
Reacher, welcome in.
Yeah, we this was our first day of snow, and usually the first day of snow is just a few little flakes, and then it melts as soon as it hits the ground. But today it's stuck.
I was really surprised when it actually did not melt right away. But maybe this will be a bad winter. I hope not, but maybe.
That's what I've seen on some channels, their predictions. You guys more south of us, do you participate in reading the persimmons?
Yeah, we don't have that for
Yeah,
here,
we don't.
guys, but I know a lot of the southern
Yeah, I believe
US
they were
has them.
calling for a snowy winter based on that reading. It's like, what, a fork and a spoon, the seeds when you cut it open. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it, but it's pretty neat.
I'm sure some of you guys can explain it to us, but we're not familiar. Well, we go by around here to be honest with you, we kind of watch. Well, we don't watch, but if we're paying attention, we'll notice that the wildlife behaves differently. You'll get the squirrels and things like that will be more apt to pack stuff away and things like that. You can kind of see a difference in the behavior. But otherwise, we don't have any telltale signs with the fruit that I know.
Yeah.
Musgrave Family Farm, welcome in.
Hi, thanks for joining us.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we really watched closely to see what the winter coats the animals grow are.
Yeah, there's that as well. Yeah.
But I don't know if that's more to do with when winter shows up versus how bad of a winter it's going to be.
Yeah. Although we have noticed that our dog, because we did shave our cockapoo, Sadie. Do you guys remember Sadie? You met her in some of our previous lives, but anyway, we give her a good shave during the summer, and we thought her fur was never going to grow back because she had very thick, furry, curly hair. Because took more from the poodle side, and thought she was never going to get her hair back. And all of a sudden, it seems like she's
very curly again.
It's growing very quickly. So I don't know if that's another sign that the weather's going to change quickly or not. But But you can, for the fans of the Farmer's Almanac, I read that this is the last year it will be published in print form.
I read that too. Yeah, 2026 is supposed to be the last year, I believe.
Oh, well, that's too bad. But like everything, I guess they go for probably what's cheaper. And I suppose people, realistically, I don't know how many people buy paper forms of anything anymore. I don't. Although I say that, yet we buy the odd book and things like that, but we don't get any magazines.
No, even the flyers don't really come anymore.
Yeah. I don't
now
know
they're all online pretty much.
Yeah, that's true. Now, I don't know what it's like for you guys, if there's a lot of advertising like flyers in your mail, but Used to be years ago, used to get a lot of them. And it seems like we might get the odd random flyer.
I know, it was so strange that this year Amazon put out their toy catalog or something, kind of like our Sears catalog used to be, but
Yeah,
I've never seen that before.
no, because coupons aren't big here. I don't know if you guys know that. Like I know in the US, there's couponing is a huge thing. But for us,
It's less and less now.
you don't get a lot of coupons, especially for groceries.
No, it's more.
If you do, it's more for restaurants.
Yeah, and as far as groceries go, it's more deals like either it's a sale or it's this price for two, like buy two for this price rather than a single price, which is more like they kind of work out their own deals ahead of time, not so much a coupon that you present to them.
Yeah, I used to like watching those shows, extreme couponing and stuff like that at one time, right? But it was never something that you could really relate to because it wasn't something you could do here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we'd get like 30 cents off. You guys like get to take things home for free if you coupon right.
If you know what you're doing, yeah. Good deals. Oh well. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you can see everything online now.
Yeah, we were watching something earlier where they were just talking about Walkmans and Discmans, how things have changed.
Yeah, everything's.
So it's not even just the print stuff; it's all the technology.
That's true. Even your music, your TV, everything is digital now. Nothing's.
Yeah, I still saw some DVDs in the store today, but I didn't. You don't see any CDs or anything like that.
Was that was EU's store though?
No,
right?
No, it was at Walmart.
Oh.
There was some collections.
Okay.
Yeah, some like TV series.
Yeah. Yeah, the world's changing. Well, I guess.
Yeah, we don't keep many CDs or DVDs anymore either.
No.
Just a few special ones, and then the rest we can look up what we want.
That's true. Yeah, it's a lot easier that way. But many people no longer have a landline. No, you're right. We do, but even ours for the last since we got together, it's been we use a VoIP, so voice over whatever voice over internet protocol, whatever the heck it's called.
It's on the internet.
Yeah, goes through the internet. So, but even that we talk about sometimes getting rid of. It's a magic jack. So
it's really kinda, that's why we keep it.
It's the only reason we keep it. And we don't really cell phone plans in Canada are fairly expensive compared to, I believe, my understanding anyways, and compared to the US. We don't have as much competition here, right? If you look at our providers, you're looking at basically 2 to 3 main companies. You have Bell and so Bell, Rogers, and I believe it's TELUS are the 3 that have the market, I guess you would say.
Yeah, so even if you're going with a smaller company, they're really using the lines from one of those other ones.
So for instance, we go through a smaller company and we don't pay a monthly when we do a pay as you go. So I pay, we each have our own, but one of us will pay after taxes 16 something a month. And that gives us unlimited text and I think only
a lot of minutes.
100 minutes, I think, of local calling.
Unlimited between people who have the same
plan, which doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
And then no data.
Anyways.
So when you put that in perspective, it's very much, you're not really getting much of anything, but still costs you that much. If you want to get into,
that's a good deal though.
It is. If you wanted to get into like a data plan and calling and things like that, you're easily going to spend 4 or 5 times that. So
yeah, as it is, I think we get a really good deal because you can't get that anymore. We've kind of been grandfathered into it because we've had it for like a decade or more.
That's true. You can't even get the same plan now. So it's but yeah, hopefully it'll get to the point where there's they don't have that the word's not even coming to me, where they have that monopoly on on the services, and we'll get more competition and hopefully get better deals. It would be nice anyway.
Yeah, it's good enough for me. I don't like speaking on the phone. I just don't. I'd rather speak in person or text.
I'm the same way. If our phone rings, we just kind of look at each other like,
You get
which
it.
one of us is going to get it? And sometimes we just don't. That's pretty bad, right? I would just prefer to talk to somebody. I don't like the phone.
Yeah. I'd rather video call than
Yeah, it's
than
gotta,
call because then you can see when to speak, because on the phone you don't at the same time as the other person. I just don't care for it.
yeah.
Yeah, it is pretty inexpensive, Pretty Cat.
Yeah, it doesn't get you much, but it's all we need. And then, you can get Wi-Fi most places you go. So
Yeah, and we text to the States, which is pretty
yeah,
nice.
yeah, we can. I mean, Robbie and I'll text once in a while, and for the wild Huckleberry there, and it doesn't. There's no problem that way.
Mhm.
Gets held up a little bit sometimes. I'm not sure why. It was just my phone or what, but so actually it's kind of weird because it'll say it doesn't go through, but then Robbie will get it and it won't. It's not really actually that it got held up. It's just
Oh, so
looks
you're
like
trying
it
to
for me.
send the same message multiple times.
Yeah,
Yeah, Pretty Cat, that's true. They do like to prey on the elderly and anyone they can get.
yeah. Even on it's funny. It's not funny. I don't mean it's funny, but it's amazing now too. Even with AI, I don't know if you guys are getting the commercials that we get, but on YouTube, you'll see people like Kevin O'Leary, for instance. You guys probably know who Kevin O'Leary is. Well, anyway, he's Canadian, right? So somehow he's showing up on these YouTube commercials where if you sign up today and you deposit a certain amount of money on $300 or something like that, you get this constant return. You'll never have to work again, type of thing, right? And you're looking at this and you're thinking, how is this legal? How is this getting on the TV?
They even did it with our prime minister.
Yeah, they had
I
their
don't
prime
know how
minister
they
doing
get
it.
away with
I
it.
don't know how they're doing it, but they use these dignitaries, and you'd swear it was them. You don't see anything wrong with it as far as the quality and the talking. It looks legit.
Yeah, it's just the message that it's very
But
sketchy.
darn well it's you're not going to give them $300 and never have to work again. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, that's right on YouTube.
Yeah.
Commercials
And stuff.
I don't know how that works.
I don't know if you guys get that kind of strange stuff, but
you can't believe anything you see. You see, sometimes I see things pop up on my newsfeed for Facebook. It's a group where people edit photos and stuff, like clear them up or do whatever, and they can do amazing things, like totally change.
Yeah.
And they even use AI to make the photo turn into a video where people start moving and doing things. Crazy.
Yeah, it's a little hard to keep up the bad guys, isn't it? You really got to do your homework. Yeah, it's making it harder and harder to know what's real and what's not real. Sometimes I'll watch a video and I'll be like, no way. Did that really happen? Right? And I'm like scrolling through the credits and stuff at the end to see if it says on it that it's AI, because you think to yourself, that's got to be AI.
Yeah, or you have to go Google it to see if
it's real.
See it everywhere.
But so I can easily understand how, because we're even at our age, we're questioning it. So I could easily see how somebody that's much older would easily believe it, because they wouldn't understand that you could do this kind of stuff. And
sometimes I read comments
right?
and people are like,
I'm real, she's AI.
No, but some people recognize it really fast, but I'm like, I don't see how you can tell it's AI, except that it's too sketchy, like too good to be true kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's true. Pretty Cat. There was a lot of that, and a lot of the churches have kept that up. Sorry, I thought you were going to say something.
No, I was having my coffee.
Oh.
I'm feeling the
Yeah,
Yeah, maybe
maybe the stove.
definitely. Yeah, we see it's real because otherwise I wouldn't be out here.
Yeah, it's not getting as much heat up. It's only gone up about half a degree here, not even.
And today at that store he was talking about, he picked up this fan. I don't know if you can see it on there, but with the more heat, the faster it turns, right?
Yeah, yeah, it just mounts to the stovepipe. One of those clearance items at that Princess Auto store.
Mm-hmm. And then he's like, we got to get out of here before I buy something else.
Yeah, exactly. It's one of those stores, and it's the same thing when I used to go across to Michigan into Port Huron and Fort Gratiot. When I go into that Harbor Freight store, it'd be like it's almost like a kid in a candy shop because they got all these things that are really cool and
Things you don't see anywhere else.
not super expensive because they're, for the most part, some of them aren't the greatest quality, but still neat to have.
Yeah. How much snow did we get in centimeters? I'm not sure, but it wasn't a lot.
No, not yet. Not yet. Right now, it's just enough to cover the ground. Starting tonight and the next 2 nights, they're calling for 15 to 30 centimeters.
Yeah,
So,
that would be significant.
Yeah, hopefully not.
They're often wrong. Often.
Yeah, here because of where we live, we get they call them lake effect squalls because we're surrounded by the Great Lakes, and when the weather crosses the water, it'll usually pick up moisture and then dump it. Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't seen the news or anything lately to know if who's got what, but
Yeah.
I knew they had gotten BC, I think it was, that had gotten snow already.
A few days ago, yeah.
Yeah.
The squalls are interesting because we could get nothing, and then just down the road they could get a ton.
Yeah, I work minutes away,
Yeah.
and we can have nothing here. It can be the grass could still be showing, and I could go to work and almost not get there.
Mm-hmm. And there's almost this invisible line where the weather's going to change too.
Yeah, yeah. It almost seems like jet streams or whatever, but yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Pretty good.
Yeah, or to get none at all. Like we're only about half an hour from the border, and the border town that like about half an hour or so from Sarnia, we'll say. So Sarnia borders Port Huron, Michigan, and where Sarnia is there, they will hardly get any snow all winter. Very little snow, but
there are times that highway that comes from Sarnia.
Yeah, but the highway can get closed down with snow.
There's been a year where they were just stranded for days, wasn't it?
Yeah, there was one year was pretty bad. It was actually not far from where we live, but it closed down a major highway, and the only way they could get people out of there was through snowmobiles and like snow machines to get them out. So it's cold there too, Donald and Lisa.
I hope you're warmed by a cozy stove.
Yeah. Hopefully everybody's been well.
Yeah. We didn't really expect to get a cold. We didn't see it coming, but
No, and I was recently bragging about how I don't get sick anymore.
it was last week on the live.
Yeah, but hopefully I'll recover quickly anyway. But it's just a head cold. It's just it's been about I think 11 months since I was sick last time, and I was hoping that it wouldn't happen anymore.
But no, you haven't been bad at all.
No.
Yeah,
No, because even the last time the kids got sick, I managed to avoid it. Mind you, I avoid them.
Yes, he avoids us like the plague when when there's a cold going around.
Well, I'm just,
He's like,
yeah,
it's kind of funny.
it's not to be mean. It's just, I am the only one that works outside the home, so I don't really miss work, even if I'm sick. So for me, it's like, I really don't want to be sick because it makes it that much harder, of course. But,
And I have kids breathing in my face because it's unavoidable, so it doesn't matter. It's going to happen.
yeah, it is.
But hopefully we just recover really fast when it happens. Take your vitamins.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we got a few people on the live today. Is there anybody that's from different parts of the world today? We're always kind of curious about that. We usually have a few people from India. Once in a while we get them from Europe, which is always really cool to see.
Australia, New Zealand,
Yeah.
Italy before I leave.
Yeah, it's been a while though. Yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. And ours are homeschooled, so we avoid all those school germs, but we do still go to groups. And
yeah, the kids still go and play baseball and soccer
and he still works with people. Like it could come from there sometimes.
No, I know it's never my fault. I can never tell if my phone's buffering or.
No, nobody knows where the USA is.
I have no idea.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. Yeah, never heard of that one. I didn't even know where Kentucky is though, so hopefully get back there again sometime.
Yeah, sometime. It's
Yeah.
doable.
Yeah, we were talking about that the other day. O'Donnell and Lisa, it's the only thing about having the animals. It really kind of, because I really have an itch to get away again. But what do you do with everything, right? It makes it really tough to be able to just up and go someplace, unless you have like an older child at home or something that's going to take care of it, or a friend who's obviously a really good friend if they're going to take care of all your critters for you. But
we basically got it down to doing most of the chores in the morning and just kind of topping things up in the afternoon. So that helps, but we still have to gather the eggs in the afternoon.
Yeah, we've got it set up now where at the most we can get away from maybe a night, but to actually go anywhere significant is pretty tough. Scotty.
Hey, Farmall and Cords.
Hey, you made it.
Yeah.
We're still here. Yeah, thank you for coming out. What's your weather like there today? We were showing everybody earlier, I took the phone to the door. We have snow on the ground.
Yeah, it's sticking. And if you say there's more tomorrow, then it's probably not going to go away.
The next 2 days, yeah.
Yeah. Snow is nice on Christmas Eve night to wake up to on Christmas morning.
And then be gone.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the ideal.
Yeah, that's bad enough. Basically for us, we see it and we woke up to it this morning. It's like, oh, you again.
Yeah. Yeah, those familiar crunch, like Cindy said, she went to open up the back of the van, and you know how there's that ice breaking sound when you're opening up the gate, and it's back. It's starting to cool off in here pretty quickly, and the fire's dying down. Can't really tell. It's glowing pretty good in the camera, but not giving off near as much heat.
No, that's true. It's really not. I'm actually going to move my chair closer soon.
I put wood in there, but once we're done the live, we have to head out anyway, so it would seem like a waste.
Pretty cat, yeah, that the school taxes, that's true. We pay them even if the kids aren't in school or if you have no kids.
Yeah, I guess it's the same everywhere then, because that is how it is for us as well. It never did seem quite fair, but
I think you can only choose between public school and Catholic school as far as your taxes go.
oh, is that an option?
I
don't
think,
know.
not 100% sure, but anywhere else, I think it's out of pocket.
Oh. Yeah, there's a couple private schools in the area. If you want to send your kids to like a Christian school, but they are pretty expensive.
Quite.
We know a few families that have done it, which is, I mean, it's great that they've been able to, but it'd be an awful hard, I think, to come up with that kind of money all the time, especially in our case with Portland.
Yeah. Yeah, same here.
Yeah,
Pretty
yeah,
sure.
the same thing here as far as the school taxes. But
Yeah, we have some good homeschool groups around here though, so that's nice. They're not missing out on that socializing, and there's more and more people joining time, which is nice to see. COVID really helped with that. Like,
yeah, it's a
people
lot
learned
more.
that they could do it.
Yeah, the homeschoolers are. I'm sure it's the same everywhere, but the homeschooling community here grew a great deal during COVID, and I think it's kind of gained momentum almost.
Yeah, because they were forced to homeschool through Zoom. Like the teachers still did the lessons online, but the parents had to be at home with the kids, and they realized that, oh, they really can do this. It's not impossible. It's not that hard.
Get closer to the heat. So the only thing I never got done, that's the weather kind of caught me off guard with, is I still haven't finished pruning all the fruit trees. So I'll have to tackle that early in the spring before they start to bud.
Yes. Donald or Lisa, when you say snow cream, is that like a snow cone? We didn't get that much snow unless you go gather it all over the place. Putty Cat, I agree very much. Ice cream. That's the kind of ice cream he can have.
Just stay away from the yellow stuff.
Yep.
Yeah. Burr.
Yeah, I know. It's funny. On camera, it really still looks strong, but
Yeah, it's dropped down about a degree. You can really tell the difference when the fire goes down. It doesn't take long to get cooled in here.
yeah, on this side of me, I'm sure it's dropped down way more than 1 degree.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the temperature is outside now, but a couple hours ago it was -1.
Yeah, there's areas around here where people go sledding a bit. Not huge hills, but just little ones here and there.
Yeah, there's not a lot as far as that. It's pretty flat around here. You get a few, like Cindy says, there's a few little hills you can go and use, but nothing too exciting, that's for sure. 55 degrees, that's really cool for you guys.
And what would that be?
It was 55 degrees in here earlier.
Oh, okay, so that was.
Yeah. So 29. That's right around freezing for you guys, isn't it?
Snow, milk, and vanilla. How interesting. Anything with vanilla sounds yummy.
Yeah, I've never heard of that, Mike. Bit.
People do skate on the ponds. I would not ever. I don't trust them to be frozen enough, but
yeah, you'll see them in the middle of winter. You'll see them start to push some of the snow and stuff off the ponds and things and skate. But it's a little risky.
Yeah, and there's a lot of ice rinks around where they offer free skates and stuff, so
Yeah.
people take advantage of that more often. And I'd be very worried about that.
Yeah, you see some do it, but it's usually not until the dead of winter when it's pretty darn cold. My phone's buffering, so make sure I don't miss anything here.
It does sound very interesting.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
We'll definitely have thick snow. Many chances to try it.
Yeah.
Is there a certain ratio of milk to snow to vanilla?
That's interesting.
It is.
Of course, the snow never looks, I don't know why, but the snow never looks that clean anymore.
Well, after a really good snowfall,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Otherwise, it seems like it, there's just crap in the air or what, but you kind of like a dusty look on it or something.
Yeah, sometimes there's like, it's after a while maybe, like not as soon as it snowed, but there's like a blackness on top, kind of.
Yeah. It's kind of weird. Some form of pollution or something. Doesn't make any sense, but. Oh, we only got about 10 more minutes, but I won't lie to you, I'm getting cold.
Yeah, it's all the snow talk.
Just mixing out, eh?
Worth a try. I'll have to let you know how it goes.
Yeah.
That's an experiment the kids would like to try.
My sniffles are getting worse right now.
Yeah, because it's getting colder.
That's probably what it is.
Same here.
I don't know, but Robbie, are you still on there? Have you been out are you out to the bush yet, or?
I think he said earlier that he was on his way to the deer.
Or are you just heading out?
Right at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
He said, I'm headed to the deer woods right now.
I was gonna say I thought their season was opening, so. Well.
It's crazy to think we just put the pool away.
I know. Just
Just
in time.
yeah.
One of the guys I talked to at work, they just closed up their large pool like a couple days ago. So good timing. Prancing in the woods. Yeah.
With a gun.
With a gun, yeah. Yeah. Well, I watched that video they did recently where they showed the camp. I couldn't believe how many beds and couches were in this thing. Must be a lot of them that go out.
I get ads pop up over my
Yeah, that would be my fear. I can't imagine taking a truck out and going through the ice. I don't know. I have a feeling the insurance companies wouldn't really cover that, and then I don't know the cost of getting it out. That just sounds horrible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the fig trees. So yeah, I saw your comment about that. 2 years in a row, even with that warm weather, you get there. Now, I know there is a certain types of fig trees where the figs don't turn color, but
yeah, our fig trees just taunt us.
yeah, I didn't think the insurance would cover that. Back up in the 70s for Wednesday. Yeah, that's about when it starts to warm up here again. I think we got this once we get this snow squall over with. I think it comes back up to about 7 degrees here, which I'm not sure what that translates to in Fahrenheit, but it'll be warm enough that the snow will be gone anyway. On the Acre Homestead, welcome in. Thank you for joining us. Really do appreciate that. And if we sound a little rough, it's because we have colds. What we wanted to kind of get on here anyway and do our live and put our best foot forward.
How's the temperature there in northern Maine?
Yeah, what is your weather like?
Normal and Ford's for your peas.
Is your garden still going?
My peas were done months ago. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was the first thing that came up in the spring, pretty much.
Yeah, we don't have anything left in our garden now. About 45 Fahrenheit, yeah, so still pretty cold. But at least the snow should go.
34, maybe snow tonight.
Yeah, we've got snow right now. I took the phone out earlier near the start of the live to show people. It's not a lot, but the ground is all white. But they're calling for 15 to 30 centimeters tonight, which I think is somewhere between 6 to 12 inches.
But that's squalls, right? So hit and miss, could happen, could not.
Yeah, it's whether or not we get it. Hopefully we don't.
Fun, Robbie.
Very
Good luck
cool.
with your hunt.
How many people are going at this time, Robbie? You got, well, just commenting about how you have so many beds and couches there. It's like a huge clubhouse. But I think they've been hunting here now too, because I've heard the odd shotgun going off. And
Kind of sounds cold outside.
yeah,
Maybe. Well, we have 8 minutes left. So I know you're busy, Robbie, but do you happen to know if everyone's going to go forward with their lives? I put you on the spot because you're the go-to
yeah,
guy.
Robbie always seems to know, because
Or Money Pit Homestead, do you guys know?
yeah, is Hippie Cow Yay going on their live, guys? Because they would be next.
Yeah.
Right after those guys, just for anybody that's looking to follow the order tonight.
Sunday lineup of
Sunday
Homestead
lineup.
Lives.
So Hippie Cow Yay would be on next, and then Money Pit Homestead will be right behind that. And then Robbie, I'm assuming you're going to be home in time to do yours. And then I believe Dyer Family Farm and Red Dirt Rooster Road.
Yeah. Hey.
Finally got it right.
Yeah, no hesitation this time.
Going in each morning to help cook breakfast. Nice.
That sounds fun.
That's my favorite meal.
Yeah. We have breakfast for lunch, breakfast for supper sometimes. We have a lot of eggs there.
Yeah, I'm quite happy eating eggs. I can eat eggs every meal. Yeah. But he kind of says they'll take their
Order
steak
up.
medium and eggs sunny side up. Yeah, that sounds good to me too. Yeah, medium rare. If it's for
Well
Cindy,
done for me.
Cindy, it has to be shoe leather.
It has to be fully cooked.
No flavor, just shoe leather.
Yes, please do head over to Money Pit Homestead's live at 5 Central, 6. It is 6 Eastern, correct?
Yeah.
No one has said they weren't going.
Okay, so everybody should be having them. Tracy and Tim, welcome in.
Hi, thanks for coming in.
Yes, thanks for joining us. Just sneaking in. We got 5 minutes left, and I won't lie to you, I'm getting cold again. This thing is almost out.
Yes. Pretty cat, yeah, maybe it is a hockey puck, but it's the only way I'll eat it.
Hockey puck, yeah.
You sound like him.
Yeah. No, I don't like my meat well cooked.
Mm.
I don't know. I don't like it tough. I prefer.
I like the crock pot because it keeps it from getting like really dried out, but it also cooks it really well.
I'll tell you a little story before we go. Story time. I think I mentioned before. I used to be lucky enough that I was able to travel down to the southern part of the States, probably about twice a year. And one of the things that caught my attention very early on was going to a restaurant. I don't remember which state I was in. I might have even just been in Florida, where I ordered a hamburger. And they asked me how I wanted it cooked, which was the first time I had ever heard that, because here in Canada, it's not an option. your hamburger is just cooked. You don't get to choose whether it's,
You get what you get and
you
you
get
don't
what
get
you
upset.
get, right? It's, you don't get to pick whether it's medium rare, rare, well done, whatever.
You could probably ask.
But I thought that was the coolest thing because I like my meat medium rare. And that was like one of the best hamburgers I ever had. But anyway, it's not for everybody, but I did find it was one of those kind of things that really struck me because it was just so different than anything I had ever experienced here. Because it's just, like I said, it's not even an option here. I don't even think you can ask them to not cook it through here. I think it's just part of our, I want to say, health policies or whatever for the restaurants here. I think they just have to cook them through.
That tells you something.
Well, and I mean, if you have a good piece of meat or a good ground meat or anything like that, if it's not processed, highly processed, it's safe. It's when stuff is highly processed, that's when you have to cook it well because it's handled too much.
I believe that. I believe it's safe. It's the ick factor.
It's not ick. It's not.
It can be no red. No red.
Anyway, this is the one thing that we just will never ever agree on.
The one thing.
One of a couple things.
Okay.
For the most part, we agree on a lot of things. It's just how meat should be cooked is not one of them.
Right.
But anyway, that was my story. Wasn't super exciting, but like I said, it was just one of those things that really caught my attention as being extremely different. The other thing, since we're talking about that, was the first time I tried to order tea, and I got iced tea. Not really thinking about the fact that, or not even iced tea, I guess you would call it sweet tea. I was expecting a cup of tea, as in a hot tea. But anyway, just one of those differences that.
Do you have to say hot tea then when you order?
Yeah, I think so. You have to be very specific. But, you know, just some of those differences, but enjoyable differences. Anyway.
Yeah, you guys have some different words than we do in the States, like sprinkles or jimmies and.
What?
Right? I heard that the sprinkles you put on cupcakes and stuff, that they were called jimmies.
Oh, I have no idea.
I could be wrong, but you can correct me. Just different things like we have Smarties and.
Yeah. Right, but you kind of just, yeah, argument time, right? So you can clarify for Cindy, sprinkles on your muffins or your cupcakes.
Are they called jimmies?
I don't know if they can hear.
Or,
Can they hear what you're saying?
I don't know. Is jimmies a thing to you guys? Like, what is it? Is it, maybe I'm mixing it up. Maybe it's not sprinkles,
What
maybe it's jelly
I've
beans.
never heard the term jimmies. That's a new one on me.
Okay.
Don't just make stuff up.
I'm not,
Make
but I'm
stuff
going to
up.
Google it as soon as we're done.
But one of the things I do know that's different is candy. You guys, I believe, and I say you guys for the American, I think you guys call rockets what we call Smarties. And what we call rockets
Are these disgusting little
sugar candies. They're a little round sugar candy
sugar tablets? Yeah.
in a tube form. And Smarties are chocolate covered, or candy covered chocolates. But I'm pretty sure you guys call them rockets.
They're like M&Ms.
Yeah, like an M&M, but not.
It's like a squished and bigger M&M.
Oh, we called them Jimmy's when ordering an ice cream cone.
Okay. Thank you. I'm not completely losing my mind.
Huh. But again, maybe it's a regional thing,
It
right?
might be. Yeah.
So, anyway, guys, we better go because we're going to be cutting into Hippie Callier's time slot, and we don't want to do that to anybody. And it's actually, yeah, we're not lying. It's getting cold in here. The fire's not giving us any warmth anymore. So,
One thing.
yeah, Coca-Cola is the same everywhere.
It's the same, but we call it pop, and you guys call it soda.
Yeah, there's
Even though
that.
it's soda pop.
Yeah, we call it pop. We don't drink that stuff, but we do call it pop here.
This has been fun.
All right, guys.
Thank you.
bye. Thank you for coming out. We really appreciate you coming along here and chatting with us.
Have a great week.
We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.